Hey everyone, I'm going to show you step by step how to use Lovable to integrate an API or webhook into your app. Now, by the end of this video, you'll have a fully working no-code app, and I'll teach you how to build something like this e-commerce site with a finance API or this lead capture site that uses a webhook to move your data. Now, before we get started, if you haven't signed up for Lovable yet, make sure to click our affiliate link to get up to free 10 credits when you first sign up to any of these deals. Now, with that note, let's start the video. So let's get started with the video. Now, what I wanted to do here was try to connect this to a free API. So I got a random API here that's free and requires an API key. Now you can do this with Google or others, but for now, let's try. I just found a API just to do a test with Lovable. Now I'm gonna try to create a financial data type of website using this documentation. Now all you have to do is you want to give Lovable the documentation and imply that in the prompt. Now I want to create a financial and stocks analytics dashboard using this API with these docs. Now, it's important that you give it the documentation so that it knows exactly what the service can do or cannot do. And you can just say, feel free to ask me for the API key. Okay, we can do that. And it's going to try to see what it can do best to really harness the power of the API key. What it's going to do first is it's going to read through the documentation. As you can see here, the cryptocurrencies, the market data, whatever it can use here. I just found this online. And the important thing about making sure with this data is you have to know what is part of the API, what kind of pricing it has. Now, the cool thing about this free API is I have free 300 requests for $0 a month for market and miscellaneous data. I can just do that. And when you go back, we can see that it'll start creating a sophisticated financial analytics dashboard for it. Now, it's going to give you step by step on what it's planning to do, the design direction, the features it wants to add, and then the API key. I'm going to pause the video as the API key should be kept secret. Remember, you can get it when you log into your account, depending on whatever API you're using. I'm going to pause so I can input it as you have to make sure that you keep it secret. Otherwise, other people can access data from your website. A breach of security. I'll be back. Okay. Now I just implemented my API key. The good thing about it is it encrypts it directly by itself. You don't have to specify that. And it's going to build the rest of the app in real time. Now we're going to need to allow Lovable Cloud. Now in the previous videos, we didn't include Lovable Cloud yet. But now that we're going to access APIs, we're going to need edge functions to access the services, external services online. So we're going to implement Lovable Cloud. Now, the cool thing, that's even available in the free plan. So you don't need to pay to access Lovable Cloud. And aside from just connecting to APIs, you can even add an LLM. You can connect ChatGPT API. You can connect your Claude Anthropic. You can connect your Gemini. And you can also add a database, storage, or connect payments like Stripe. Now, the database it has is Supabase, and Stripe is automatically part of the integrations as well if you want to integrate it. Now, it's going to build the entire system in real time. So I'm going to pause, come back when it finishes, and show you the results. And now we're back with a fully finished financial analysis and stock market application. And as you can see, it followed the design. I'll just show you some of the things it asked me to do. It asked me to access Lovable Cloud, to create edge functions, access the API online for the secret key. And sometimes it will error along the way, and you can see the error, but you can ask Lovable to fix it for you. Really, you don't have to do anything yourself. And you can even see the plans that it does. And look, now we have a dashboard with the most famous stocks from the Stock Financial Data API. These are just free API information that we've pulled from the service. You can see the stocks of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. We can see their if they dipped, if they increased, the top losers, daily losers, and the top gainers per day. We can click these to explore their specific data. And look, oh, there might be some errors. Let's dismiss that for now, as Lovable can just fix that. But look, we get their full data. I guess this is not available in the free tier. There's other data, the company details. But you can get the stock data of each, all from the API, and really all from the Lovable website. If you, let's say, if you were a developer yourself, you'd had to go through this entire documentation, look at the indexes, look at what needs to be in the API command, the edge function. You need to look at the variables and the identifiers of this API just to even use it. And sometimes it's coding language specific. It's not the same for JavaScript. It's not the same for Python, TypeScript, on and all the like. And so you'd have to structure the code yourself, which would take hours, if not days or weeks. And Lovable did it in a few minutes. It can just scan and scrape the entire documentation by itself in real time. Only waited like a few minutes. Now there are some errors, some edge function errors. The endpoint is only available with the standard or premium professional. Okay. Okay, we can ignore those as we're only using the free account. And you can even refresh the data. So it really is such a powerful tool for you to be able to connect via API and stuff like that. Now, what I'm going to show you next afterwards is how to connect your Lovable to a webhook. You can use it as a SaaS website. You can use it as a form builder website, something like that, a contact information, and you can connect it to some back-end automation or the like by a webhook. And I'm going to show that next. Now, if you're satisfied with this, you can publish it. I'm not going to do that now. You can view the code. If you're a developer, you can look at the code, check what you need to do. You can put this on the cloud side. You can implement a database. Now, right now, we don't have a database because it's not needed. We can see the storage. You can see the edge functions. Now, this is what is used to get data from the API platforms. And sometimes there are some security issues in the app that we can try to fix. Now, we can see the database has no security policies. And that's the cool thing about this is before you ship your website, you can see the security. You can ask Lovable to fix it, or if it's from your standpoint irrelevant, let's say you'll only use it for yourself. It's a private website, then you can ignore it if you wish. For now, let's ignore it because we're not publishing this. Not publishing, and you can just ignore the finding. And then from there, we can try now implementing a webhook aside from just an API. But really, I hope this gives you an idea of how powerful Lovable is. That you can implement any API, and you can implement multiple APIs. But for now, I'll pause and go back to another implementation. Okay, so now we're gonna try and make a platform that connects to a webhook. Now, what I did here is I connected it to this N8N webhook right here. That's gonna collect the form data and arrange it in a table. So for now, all you have to do is really just prompt it and ask it to send whatever data you need to the webhook. All you have to do is paste it and it will encode it into its function by itself. Now, for now, I've had it do a simple business website with a form where you can input your name, your email, and your favorite e-commerce website. So you can use this for data collection. You can use this for analytics. You can use this for whatever type of use case you need, wherever you want to transport the data from your website to your own automation or to somewhere else. Now, for now, it's still prompting right now. It's still building in real time this website we have, but I'm going to pause and come back to you. Okay, as you can see, it successfully created a simple, really a simple landing page for a business. You can contact, you can get in touch. More of, you can set it, a way I set it up is as a simple data collection of, lead getting. You can set it up as a contact list for your business to put it in your CRM, in your database, really anything that you need to organize or get your data or whatever webhook needs you might need. So let's try it. Let's try inputting a name. I'm just gonna input my email directly and let's pick what other. Let's try Squarespace. We click submit and it's gonna see your submission has been received and successfully input that into the webhook. If we check the N8N, we can see that the webhook has been received. It created a new row. And if we check the data tables, we can see that the data has successfully been submitted to the webhook. So really, there is a lot of power you can get with Lovable. A lot of customization, a lot of things you can do. From here, you can publish this website. Try publishing it. And you can set up whatever URL you want. You can set up the website info. But the cool thing about Lovable is if you don't do that, it's going to set up a URL for you. It's to Happy Form Booth, depending on the content. So let's do that. It's going to build for a few seconds, and you can see the change that it has made. Now, the cool thing about this is if you have your own GitHub repository and you just want Lovable to create the design and the functions, then you can do that. But if we see here, we can see that you can launch the website. Let's go back. Let's try to implement or send the form or this webhook data using. So let's say, let's just go to John Doe. And it even has Magento. If you try to submit, we can see that it's looking for a proper email address. That's cool. So it implemented that itself. And all you have to do is select and submit. And it's going to send it to the webhook. So this is reusable for however many data points, however many submissions that you want. You don't have to pay subscriptions for form data. You don't have to use another tool. You can implement it, code it by yourself using Lovable, connect it to whatever backend. And as you can see, the new data, John Doe, has been implemented into the database. If we check the data table, we can see that the new ID has been placed. So really, customization is at your fingertips. Now, I kept it simple just to show you how to connect a webhook. It's really easy, as I've said, and you can make this website however you want. You can add more data. You can make the webhook not just a form, really. You can make the webhook in another way that will be much more useful to you. So let's see that you published it correctly. Okay, it's published. And from here, you can even upload it to your GitHub if you have one, and you just want this design from Lovable. You can edit the design as you wish. I think we showed that in the other videos as well. If you don't like the blue theme, you can go for a more bright and summer, bright orange theme. Really apply whatever customizations you want, and I'll just show you from there whatever changes you want. Just have to apply it. You can go back to chat. It's going to give it a few minutes. And from the publish point, you just have to click update. It's going to show up as blue. And it'll update and build automatically. And it will reflect in the website and keep the webhook integration in tune. Now, I'll be doing a lot more videos on N8N for the channel and showing you how to implement more webhooks, more personal workflows, and as well as set up your credentials for multiple nodes and modules and platforms. But really, from there, you get your own website in just a few prompts. And from if you're the type to have so many tools, I've showed you can connect with APIs or you can connect with webhooks to really give you the power of coding and development just from one platform, all from prompting and typing, from ideas really. Now, the cool thing too is once you have your projects, you can continue editing them here in the view in the bottom or here in the side. You can see your recent projects. You can go to all your projects here, load in all the projects. You can create new ones. You can share it with others. If you have templates, we chatted and discovered how to integrate and edit your own templates in another video, as well as copying other websites and familiar designs to your own, just so you don't have to repeat boilerplate or simple task again and again. And look, there's a lot of templates and resources for you to use, as well as apps and integrations you can use for your Lovable account. And really, all that's really left to do is for you to start building, start prompting. I know everyone has an idea they want to build. So all that's left for you to do is prompt it, be specific. If you're a developer, be even more specific, and Lovable will do the rest. Again, if you enjoyed this video, click our affiliate link down below to sign up to get free 10 credits for your first ever project. Sign up to these pro accounts to get the most out of Lovable's power. If you're a business, if you're a solo pro or an enterprise, to get the most out of your tokens, pick whatever plan suits you. And if you enjoyed the video, check out the others, subscribe, like, and thanks for watching.